guys, welcome back. My name is Arden. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Arden. I film bookish videos, and like the title suggests, today I am going to be reviewing a very popular book, Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. I have a lot to say, so fasten your seatbelts and let's get right into it. Let's start with this book and what it's about. So Leigh Bardugo wrote the Carisha series, Shadow and Bone, Siege and Storm, and Ruin and Rising. I believe this is a spin-off. It is set in the same universe. As the title suggests, Six of Crows follows 6 different characters. All of them are thieves or in some sort of way criminals. We have Kaz Brekker, we have Inej, Wylan, Jesper, Matthias, and Nina. So Kaz Brekker is the leader of this group, and he gets approached one day by the Council of Merchants, and they offer him money in exchange for an impossible heist. What he has to do is come up with a group of people that will break into a very guarded kind of prison. I think it's the Ice Court. It should be impossible, and that's why the reward is so high that Kaz cannot say no. First off, I do have to say that this book was so recommended to me by a lot of people, and when I posted a lot of books on my stories where you guys were able to vote for the books that I should read, Six of Crows received the most votes, which is why it's the first book from that list that I started reading. I'm not that big of a fan of Leigh Bardugo, even though I only read Shadow and Bone. The reason why is that my ship did not sail in Shadow and Bone, and I basically shipped her with the Darkling. I know I'm twisted, but then again, I'm not the only one, okay? There are a lot of you out there who shipped her with the Darkling. I wasn't that big of a fan of Shadow and Bone, but I still wanted to give this book a shot and a chance because it was so highly recommended to me. I ended up rating it 3 out of 5 stars because I just did not like it. My biggest problem was that it was way too long. And by way too long, I mean it took so long to start. It took like 170 pages or 150 pages to start, and that's like half a book. No, it's not. It's like 1/3 of a book. And I was also listening to the audiobook version of this book just to, you know, make my time pass faster as I was doing chores, but oh no. A lot of the scenes in this book could have been like shortened. It would have made this book so much more enjoyable and so much more of a faster, easier read. And I usually like long books, okay? I don't mind long books at all. Now, I do have to say the most interesting thing about this book are its characters. Like, their flashbacks were far more interesting than what was happening in real life. Like their heist and everything else. Maybe I'm just not like the type to read about heists, and I don't like that sort of thing. Which brings me to one of my points. Basically, this book series will be far more interesting if their flashbacks will be put in one book so that we kind of get to grow with characters. And this book will be like book 3 or 4, and this is where the heist begins, because I just want more about their past, and I want to read more as they grow and get more attached to these characters. But I don't know, just the way it was written and the way we had flashbacks, I just did not connect with these characters at all. Now, Kaz Brekker is the leader, as I mentioned before, and his backstory, his past story, is far more interesting than his entire character. He is supposed to be this mysterious guy. He has a bad past, so he's really guarded, and you know, nobody is supposed to know him or whatever, and he trusts no one. But honestly, he just seems boring. That's what makes him so boring. He's too guarded. He doesn't let anybody in, and even his point of views were just, I don't know, I didn't get anything from him. I didn't get any vibe. I don't get why people like him so much. Then we have Inej, who's a Selena Sardothian ripoff. I do like that she has this vulnerability about her. The next character we have is Nina. She is the nice one. She is the character that everybody loves, the character that is so, you know, easy to get along with and to like. And I get that. Like, she is also really complex, and her past is so interesting. Like, her flashbacks, her scenes from before are so interesting, but I find her to be impulsive and selfish at times, which I can kind of ignore because she's such a likable character. And then next we have is Matthias, and I don't like him at all. He's kind of like the soldier, really loyal, really strict and all that. And the most interesting thing about him was his backstory with Nina, and that's it. I really loved Jesper. Jesper was so amazing, and Wylan as well. Like, their stories are so amazing, and I want to read more of that. I want more of that. Violet and Jasper definitely feel like side characters, which is my biggest regret, because I feel like if they had more scenes, this book would be far more interesting, and we need more of their stories as well, because their backstories just weren't really that mentioned, or we didn't get their flashbacks or their point of views, which is the saddest thing. Like, I'm so sad about that. The reason why I didn't like this book is because the summary oversells it. It is supposed to be action-packed. Usually action-packed books are supposed to keep the reader at the edge of their seat, but I was just kind of like struggling to get through this book. It was so long, and it just did not deliver. The characters are supposed to go on this adventure and have so much fun, but honestly, this was just boring. Now, to finish this review, I am not going to continue with this series. I feel like Leigh Bardugo's books are not for me. Her Grishaverse is just not for me. Maybe other books I will give a chance. I think her writing is so good. I just need to find the right book that will keep me interested. But the Grishaverse is it's not for me. I just don't find it appealing as much as other people do. But I definitely see the appeal it has on other people. I definitely see why other people like it. I also have to say, just because I didn't like this book, it doesn't mean that it wasn't worth publishing. I'm going to give this to my sister because I think this is just up her alley, and this is something that she will like and she will appreciate so much more. Because I hate it when books just aren't getting to the right reader. It wasn't my cup of tea, and it might be hers, so that is good. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you liked this video. Let me know what you thought of Six of Crows. What is your most popular or most recommended book that you read and did not like? And also, what book do you recommend me to read? Because I'm really interested in knowing what you guys like. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do click the notification bell to keep yourself notified, leave a like, leave a comment, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye!